I'm back. Hello, once again, it's me, Chris Noosh, back with another Noosh weekly vlog where I let you know what I'm working on this week in the studio. All right, so last week I took a break. From the vlog, didn't post anything, just kind of talked about stuff. I had to catch up on a lot of things. This week, I still have a couple of loose ends that I need to tie up pertaining to those projects that I worked on last week. So but I am going to do one project for you. It's a good one, and I'm going to introduce it tomorrow. But last week, I also kind of carved these two little pieces that need to get painted and put into their little frames. So the loose ends that I have to do today all involve painting of some blocks that I didn't quite finish last week. So along with those blocks that I can't show you, I will paint these two blocks that I can show you, a little robot, and then the dinosaurs that were involved in my April Fool's prank. And if you fell for it, I'm sorry. For that, I apologize. But I gotta paint this. Everything here is still hand carved. That was just a little joke. I thought it would be funny. So I'm gonna paint these two blocks up. That'll be the next thing you see, but a little bit of time might pass between now when I'm filming this and when I film me painting these, because I got a couple other things to paint too. So until then, I'll talk to you. I'll see ya. Why am I talking so much? All right. Have I ever got into the meat of a vlog with some t-shirt printing and some inking so soon? I don't think so. I think this is the first time that I picked up some previous projects and put them into the vlog so soon. So yay, lucky. I'm sitting here Wednesday, it's about 1:30 now, and I finished planning what I want to do this week. So remember I said I was going to introduce a project? Well, here it is. I'm gonna call it a piece of Noosh history. And this right here is the old backboard, like the backrest for the chair that I sat in for about 10 years in my studio. That chair, a couple months back, the cylinder broke on the bottom of it, so I had to get it replaced. But this is a beautiful piece of wood that I can carve. So what I'm going to do is I've already sketched out, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen as I talk about it. I've sketched out the design that I want to put on this backboard, this backrest. And it is, one of the things I had to do is I had to account for, I've got the 4 circles that bolted the backrest into place, and I wanted to keep like major elements off of those. I like that they're there. I think it kind of shows what the thing is, but I wanted to keep major elements like a face or, you know, big things off of that. So I drew them in approximately and then worked around it. So with this design, I came up with a turtle that has been flipped over, laying on his back, and a dragonfly that is zipping past and checking out the turtles that's struggling on his back. So what I'm going to do now is I got to draw that out onto a board. I've got a couple other projects that I need to start now. Just one more. Got a couple. I got one more project I need to start. Oh, and let me show you. I sketched out this little owl last night too. He's funny and cute. So I'm gonna sketch that out for another framed piece, and I'm just gonna carve that this week as well and paint it. So that is what I'm gonna work on this week while I tie up all the loose ends that I have and the one new project that I am working on. All right, let me go draw this out onto the board. I've got the turtle on the back all drawn out onto the board. So this piece of wood is a little bit different. I've never carved into it because I've used it as a chair for the past 10 years. But now I'm about to carve into it. I know when I first took it off, I had the thought of carving it. So on the back corner right here, I've already carved into it slightly. Gotta put my gloves on real quick. Zip. All right, my gloves are on. Protect my hands. And now I just want to do a quick little test. So I'm gonna write Noosh on the back here. Give me something to follow. And I want to carve that real quick. Just real rough. And that's gonna be my test. So I know how this board is going to carve. So that actually carved quite nicely. It didn't really tear at all. So just a little spots here and there, but it carves it's super soft. It carves nicely. I know I'm just gonna have to go slow with it so I can control my mark making, but I think it's gonna carve quite nicely. So let's get going. Finished with the carving. It is Thursday. It's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday now. And it's all done. And I'm not gonna lie, this was not fun to carve. Larger pieces when I carved this wanted to come off in like a chunk. So I had to alter the way that I carve in some areas of this, but I think it still came out okay. Yeah, it's all done. So there it is. It was also a lot slower to carve than I generally do because of that. I wanted to alter it. So I've got the little metal pieces that go into the holes that I'm going to be putting in. I think I got to go get some bolts because the bolts that came with the chair for this, to put this in, are too long. But that's how it'll look. And I'll put those in after I ink it so they don't get any ink on them, so they'll be nice and silver and stuff. That is the carved back to the chair that I sat on for all these years, right here at my carving desk. But now I got a new chair. I do have that little owl that I want to carve, so I'm going to carve that owl now. The owl is finished right there. And here is the frame that it's going to be going into right there. So that is the finished little frame piece. So that is done. I got to go paint that and then also paint this piece. So that is the next and final step of this week's vlog. So I got a couple of things that I need to paint as well. I'm gonna go do that first and then I'll paint these a little bit later. All right, it is Thursday night now, and I'm gonna do a quick inking session to finish off these last two pieces. The turtle on his back with the dragonfly and the owl. I've got them both here. And since this is carved out of a unique piece, it's a chair back, so it's curved, curved. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a difficulty doing that. I'm gonna put a towel underneath it. Before I do that, I want to show you, since this is a piece of Noosh history, I wrote the story of this piece on the back of it. So whoever ends up with it, wherever this goes, people will always know what it is. And then I will also be placing in the little metal pieces that held the bolts in place into the little holes afterwards. But I'm going to leave them out for now to keep them from getting ink all over them when I ink it up. So when I ink this piece, I have to go in this direction only. And that's the only way to make a solid contact over the whole block at one time. I think I have to be careful when I go right here so I don't fall into this area right there, boom, 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 and get ink on his belly unnecessarily. So you just got to be careful there. But a little practice roll to see. That's got to be careful there. This is basically where I got to be careful. All these lines in the background, I carved them for a reason, and that basically lets me control the background without the brayer falling in a weird random way. So, all right. I think I've talked enough. Now let's start inking, huh? Let's start inking. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh yeah, gotta put the towel underneath. I don't know if that's gonna make it rock any less. It'll give it a little bit more support. Not a whole lot more support, but a little bit more support. And that's okay. I just need a little bit. All right, now we start inking. And now to ink this little guy. All right, it is Friday morning now, and everything that I wanted to do this week is done. Right now you're probably seeing the finished products of the little owl framed piece and the back of the chair turtle and dragonfly piece that I worked on this week. But everything I wanted to do is done this week now. It is finished, and I got a little free, quote unquote, free time today. And I'm just going to get a head start on a couple projects that I need to work on for next week. I got 2 t-shirt block commissions that I need to do next week. So I got to get a head start on both of those. Maybe I can get one carved over the weekend. Fingers crossed. But so I'm going to end the vlog here so I can go ahead and do that. But I'll give you one more look at the little owl that I brought with me. There it is. It's for scale, for size. It's not the biggest. It's not super tiny, but it's not the biggest. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what I worked on this week. And thanks for watching. See y'all next week. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. B wanted to say bye, too. Bye, everyone. Did you really want to say bye, or am I making you do this? No answer. Bye.